Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. Camping up at Stoney Pond State Forest in Madison County. It's election day, and I'm happy to say I'm doing absolutely nothing about elections today. I've early voted, so don't worry. But it's great not being involved in elections for a change. It's just nice to be out here in the woods enjoying it. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. Not too cool out. Might get some rain showers later, but I gotta take down camp and I'll figure out where I want to go from here. I've been thinking of some of the trails around Otsego Lake, but I just don't know which trails are out there. And I also don't know when the rain's going to come in. But yeah, it's been a great 3 days camping here. Actually 4 days. I came here on Saturday, 3 nights. But I gotta take down camp like usual. But first, enjoy some breakfast. I actually had breakfast around and I got up around 5:45, which is later than normal, but these mornings are so dark this time of year. Beautiful day though. I had a big pot of eggs again today. That was really good. And yesterday I did a lot of mountain biking. Rode the South Trail, which is kind of it's an old rail grade, but it's kind of rough. You'd want a mountain bike on it. And then I did rode around Lorenzo State Park in Casanova, rode through the village, and then the Casanova Chittenango Rail Trail. I rode down to whatever the first road crossing where you have to use the stairs, and I turned around because it was cold and wet. And truth be told, I had to kind of run to the restroom, so I was like, I want to get back to camp, and made some delicious soup last night, just a lot of vegetables and some tuna and some salt and I think paprika, and it came out really delicious. It was a good thing. I got a lot of good food and vegetables at Aldi's in Casanova. I love Aldi's. I wish there was one closer to where I live in Albany, but there isn't. The nearest one is Rensselaer, and that's going across the river. It's usually not worth it to save a little bit on groceries, but it is so nice and convenient because they're small and they just have all the basics. And it's a little hard to know if they really save all that much compared to Walmart because the packages are smaller, but it is a lot easier shopping, a lot less crazy. And the checkout is so efficient the way they just put you bring one cart up and they fill another cart for you, and they're just super efficient there. And they have quite a bit, at least the Casanova one has a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables. It's surprising. I'm not sure if they're always the best price, but there are a lot of good stuff there. Some of the dry goods are often a better price. Things like the oatmeal and stuff along those lines. And they had actually plain Greek yogurt, which I was very happy with. It's not as tangy as the stuff you get at like Walmart or some of the other retailers, but it didn't have any added sugar. It was just Greek yogurt. It was fairly solid stuff. I mean, I don't know if the quality is quite as good as what you might find at Walmart or Price Chopper / Hannaford, but whatever. But yeah, it's been great. It's glad I got away for these 4 days. I know it came right after my West Virginia trip, and my bank account probably doesn't appreciate it, but truth be told, what I use, maybe 50, $60 a gas at the most, and I probably ate a little more food because more calories for all the riding and stuff, and I had more time to cook. But probably not actually all that much more because my food bills have gone up since I've gotten into doing a lot of cooking, just because all those fresh vegetables and fruit. And the thing about it is, paying a little more for that stuff, it is good for the health, and I've lost so much weight, and I've extended my life probably by a couple of years by some of the changes in it. And I mean, it's worth it because I feel great. I rarely have any aches or pains. I'm happy or a great mood. It just seems like everything works better when you have a good healthy diet. And people think, oh, what's the big deal about diet? It really makes such a big difference in life. You really should look at those things. And one of the things like with soup I've learned is I used to think cooking was hard. You needed specific ingredients. You had to be really follow these recipes, and you had to spend hours and hours laboring cooking. That's not true. I mean, that's really a myth that I think try to sell you more processed food and stuff that's pre-cooked with all the ingredients and stuff. You can like with soup, just throw a bunch of vegetables in a pot and add some salt, add some spices, whatever you think tastes good, and just do it. I mean, you don't have to make things. It's the thing like when I make bread all the time. I use flour, water, yeast, and salt, and sometimes I'll throw in some oatmeal and carrots or things along those lines, but not fancy. Beautiful sunrise. You can see blue skies. It's not going to last, but I figure enjoy it while I still can. I got my Bill McGee sign out because I'm in Nelson, and God bless him. He was a great guy. It was so bad that it really sucked that he lost in 2018 for the general. But that was a race I wasn't involved in. I ran his primary in 2018. He won that. He ran his um, primary in 2014 and in general in 2014. He succeeded in those races too. But the year I wasn't involved, unfortunately, things didn't go that way. It's tough environment now for Democrats in rural areas. I mean, the Democratic Party has gotten so far to the left, and they've really made gun control and abortion and just kind of more urban issues kind of their thing. And for a district like his, it would be very hard to hold it. I mean, we had also lost Addie Russell's seat the cycle before that, and there are very few rural Democrats left. There's Aileen Gunther down in Sullivan County, but even her district's getting tougher and tougher. Who knows, 2024, what's going to happen? It'll certainly be an interesting cycle. We'll do it. Me and the team will do the best we can. But do vote today if you haven't. You'll probably see this video after Election Day, but voting's important, especially if it's relatively easy to do. I mean, you can make at least a difference around the margins. Have your voice heard in the system. But so I'm gonna get camp taken down and do some riding. Maybe walk around Stoney Pond. Just take advantage of the beautiful day before it's gone. Have a great one, folks.